You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
Apologies for the lack of episodes, I guess. For those of you who are long-term listeners, know that I tend to stay in one place. They know that my host, the host of this show, really struggles to stay in one state for
It's not a
longer
struggle.
than.
It's not a struggle though. It's not a struggle. Like it's the nature of the business. I'm not struggling to stay in the state.
This guy is. I'm not going to call him a vagrant because that's out of order. But yeah, getting Charlie to stay in Miami for longer than 6 months. I'd love to know what's the longest since we've done this show, which has been coming on to what, 3 years now?
This is the beginning of the third season.
Yeah. What's the longest you've stayed in one place? It's been what, like 6 months?
Let's count it out. January, February, March. 4 months.
Really?
Yeah. So we started, and I was in. When we started this podcast, I was in Iowa, and then I came home. Then I was home for a few months, and then I went to Pittsburgh, where I'm at now, and I came home again. Then I went to Boston, and then I didn't even come home after Pittsburgh. I think I went straight to Boston, and then Boston, I just got home in November. So now, if you go from November to now, that's only, I guess it's going on 5 months.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when did you arrive? So you weren't in Pittsburgh on Monday night? No. Because if you was in Pittsburgh on Monday night, you could have gone to Monday Night Raw, which would have been quite fun. But I know you're a wrestling guy, but you're also not like a today wrestling guy, so probably not something you'd be interested in, but that could have been pretty cool. Pittsburgh, Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
Hey man, Brock Lesnar is cool. I had him all wrong. He's actually a cool dude. I never met him, but I guess he had this villain role. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of like I actually seen who he really was. I didn't see him outside of character until recently. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Hey, look. Go ahead. You had something else?
I was going to say, I think given the business that he's in, the size of him, it's hard to not be cast as the villain. When you're that big and that muscular, people are naturally going to gravitate towards you, kind of being a threat, I guess. But yeah, is what it is.
Yes, sir. So for the lack of content, man, I was traveling. I got I want to say random, but had to go to Pittsburgh. So here I'm currently in Pittsburgh for a few days. I'll be back home tomorrow night. Not sure we're gonna throw this one out, but so it's my bad we didn't have a couple episodes, but business before pleasure. It is always nice to come on this podcast and shoot the shots with Kadeem, man. But I miss the Go Time Dolphin family, man. It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond but across the world. I'm Charlie Touche. I got my co-host Kadeem Simmons with me. My bad, I butchered your name, bro. Wow. I got Kadeem Simmons with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Yeah, man. Kadeem 2000, LL Cool K, Coach K. What else we got? Ladies love Cool K. You know what I'm saying? We got. Yeah, man. We here.
I really wanted to record Monday night. Simply because I had a particular outfit I really wanted to wear. I'm wearing it now. It's my I'll move the screen down. It's my Bel Air Academy jersey. 14, Will Smith. Yeah, I've had it for years. Never. It was something which I wasn't really going to wear on the show because there was no need. But given Will Smith's recent actions, I think it's fair to say, and it's funny as well because Chris Rock gets quoted on here quite a lot. And yeah, like I don't see the point in delving into it, because it happened days ago. But yeah, I thought I'd wear my Bel Air Academy Will Smith jersey.
I'm gonna be real with you. If we would have recorded when we were supposed to record, that thing would have led the podcast. No, man, we gotta get into it. I will just say this because Chris Rock is my favorite comedian, he's my favorite comedian. Him and Dave Chappelle and Seinfeld, those three: Dave Chappelle, Seinfeld, Chris Rock, and Chris Rock is my dog. I hate it had to be him, bro. Like, I will maybe bonus time. Bonus time. We'll come back. We'll come back at bonus time. So hopefully, if anybody who wants to hear what we got to say about the Chris Rock, Will Smith, y'all hopefully hang around until bonus time, man. What's up with the Mike Tannenbaum comments, bro?
Some people love to be in the limelight. I believe some people are always trying to get another job. Even when they say they're not trying to get another job in the NFL, they're always trying. And one way to get another job is to constantly be talking about current affairs. Even if people aren't going to agree with you, I think he knows basically that if he can... I think Mike knows that. No, I don't even call him Mike because our head coach is called Mike. I think Tannenbaum knows that by saying what he says about Tua and the narrative and the discourse around Tua as well, it's an easy way to kind of, if it goes wrong, to come and go, see, I told you so, you should listen to me, and these are the kind of opinions and takes that I can bring to any organization going forward. Listen, how long was he in Miami for?
It was a good little run.
Without knowing the exact dates, I think it's I don't even know the exact dates. While under his tenure, did the Miami Dolphins have a franchise quarterback?
No.
So then I don't care what you have to say about the Miami Dolphins quarterback. Listen, if when you was in the building and in the job, you couldn't get it done, how you can then go out and say that the current quarterback isn't it? Because you clearly have no idea what is required of a quarterback to lead the NFL because you got it wrong. And that's not to say that he can't be right in the future. Maybe he can, but he's someone who, when he talks, I generally don't see the point in even clicking on what he says because it's just clickbait.
So he was here since he was in Miami from 2015 to 2018. Listen, for those who haven't heard the Mike Tannenbaum comments, he basically said Tua is inconsistent with the deep ball. I mean, what do you expect from someone who didn't have anybody to run deep balls for him? You know what I'm saying? Like he's been the quarterback for, this is going on the third season, right?
Yep.
So he's been the quarterback for 2 seasons, had Jalen Waddle in one of them, and we didn't use Jalen Waddle for the deep ball. So who are your deep ball options? Mac Hollins? He's the one who got most of the deep balls. So what we doing? Jakeem Grant in the first season? Like, what are we talking about? Last but not least, the O-line has to block long enough for you to throw the deep ball. All right? So all of this, Tua can't throw the deep ball. Tua don't got an arm. It's so funny, Kadeem. Oh, man, this just triggered something. It is so funny that people say Tua ain't got no arm, right? Or Tua don't throw the deep ball. When towards the end of the season, Tua and Josh Allen, Mr. Cannon Arm, had the same yards per attempt December 21st. And it wasn't until the last 3 weeks of the season where that changed. Where obviously you had the Tennessee game, you had the Patriots game where we blew him out and he didn't have to throw. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you have skewed numbers. Do you know where Josh Allen is in yards per attempt in the league?
No idea.
Mr. Cannon for an arm, Josh Allen is like 16th, 15, 16. And I think Tua is like 19th. But Josh Allen is like 15, 16. And I actually had it, and I wish I was in my element because I don't have the stats in front of me. But Josh Allen, Mr. Cannon for an arm. Oh, he doesn't have an arm as strong as Josh Allen. His yards per attempt at the end of the year were only 7.1. Tua's was 6.8. Come on, bro. Like, we're not talking about 9.1, 10.1. 7.1 was Josh Allen's yards per attempt. Tua's was 6.8. So what's this cannon for an arm thing we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Oh, can't throw the deep ball, can't throw the deep ball. What are we talking about? And then you got to be able to block. And you know, a shout out to Dan Orlovsky for this one. Tua throws the ball at the line of scrimmage too much. Tua throws the ball behind the line of scrimmage too much. It's always a screen. You know who the quarterback who led the league in most passes at the line at or behind the line of scrimmage last year?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, yeah. Continue.
So shout out to Patrick Mahomes because we got his quote unquote deep threat that he threw behind the line of scrimmage more than anybody else in the league. So let me clarify what's going on here. Everybody said Tua don't have Josh Allen's arm. Turns out Josh Allen's yards per attempt is 7.1. Tua's yards per attempt is 6.8. Everybody said Tua don't throw the deep ball. He throws at the line of scrimmage too much. Turns out Patrick Mahomes throws at or behind the line of scrimmage more than anybody else in the league. And he had Tyreek Hill on the team. Bro, find something else. Y'all got to find something else, man. When the quarterback shows up this year, what y'all going to come with? Oh, he got a better team now. That's all we've been asking for was a better team anyway.
So two things, yeah. Dudley Duvong has a great Twitter video speaking about the quote, which basically says that, you know, Tua can't get the ball downfield consistently, and it's like the way it's worded is harsh on Tua, because he can throw the deep ball. He can throw the ball downfield consistently. It's just that the Dolphins don't throw it consistently. If that makes sense. That the Dolphins aren't a team which last season consistently threw the ball downfield, but when they did, Tua was fairly accurate. You know, you can go back to his rookie season. Everyone speaks about that one Jakeem Grant, former wide receiver one Jakeem Grant drop against the Bengals. Everyone's like, Tua can't throw the deep ball, but everyone knows that 100%. And was that pass perfectly in Jakeem? I was gonna say, was the pass perfectly on Jakeem Grant's hand? Well, yeah, because basically Jakeem Grant dropped it. So yeah, so there's that. And then the whole Patrick Mahomes thing it's interesting because I think there was a clip which non-Dolphin fans were using to say that it was a quick slant from Mahomes to Tyreek Hill, and Hill just done Tyreek Hill cheater things and just went. And people were saying, well, he's not going to get that in Miami. And it's like a 5-yard slant. Like, if anything, that's the thing he's 100% going to get in Miami. Like, so just stop. Listen, we've gone back and forth, and not so much me and you, but people have come on the show to talk about, you know, Miami throwing downfield and stuff like that. I still don't expect it to happen next season, or not as much as people expect it to happen, even with a better line, even with, you know, a new play caller. If you listen to what Mike McDaniel said this week at the was it the owners meeting or whatever NFL meeting they had this week, and Mike McDaniel spoke about getting the balls into you know, his playmakers' hands. That doesn't mean sitting back in a pocket, clean and just launching throws downfield. Not at all. There's a graphic going around on social media which I'll try and find and retweet, and it was like quarterbacks who have led the league in yards over the past something like 30 years. Going back to Warren Moon. And one person who shows up consistently is Drew Brees. Drew Brees wasn't a deep ball, thrower. It wasn't like Drew Brees just sat there over and over again as a saint and just launched the ball downfield. Not at all. He was really accurate and he got the balls into play. He got the ball into his playmaker's hands, and that's exactly what the Dolphins are going to do. The Dolphins, someone might stretch the field, but by stretching the field, it opens, just short and intermediate routes for your Waddles, your Hills, your Lynn Bowden Juniors, your Cedric Walsh and your Gesickis. That's what the plan is going to be. So, 4 games into the season, when Tuba's only got, one touchdown of 30 yards or longer, it's like, oh, you can't throw it downfield. It's like, actually watch what the Dolphins are doing, actually watch football. But here's what it is.
Sean McVay said we're going to be explosive. Sean McVay said he's excited to see us. Like, I'm excited to watch that offense. Like, man, you got to believe that the mastermind and McDaniel's going to shake something. What you make of Chris Greer saying he expects Devontae Parker to be on the team, but people have called and they're listening?
So he said a similar thing about Michael Dieter as well, but we'll start with Parker. I'm pretty sure we discussed Parker's role in Miami going forward, and you mentioned, they got Preston Williams there. They've got a big body target, or how I think your exact words were, if he was building an NFL player or an NFL wide receiver, he would look exactly like Preston Williams.
That's a prototype.
So, 100%. He's a unicorn for a reason. I think it's a matter of given Parker's contract, it works both ways, in which he's an obvious person to trade away, because for the receiving team, you've got a potential wide receiver 2A, that /1/2 on a very cheap contract. But for the Dolphins, it's also like we've got a potential wide receiver 1/2 on a very cheap contract, who, when he, when he's healthy, he can transform a game. Stephen Gilmore has not been the same since Devontae Parker just slapped him up and down that field a couple of years ago. Like, Stephen Gilmore hasn't got a team right now.
That was Parker's best game ever. That was his career right there. That was it right there.
I think it could just be a matter of Chris Greer saying we're happy to keep him, so the lowball offers we're getting, they're not going to cut it. Like we don't need to cut him. We can keep him right now. If you desperately want him, come and get him, which is a bit of a risky thing to do in a draft class which is loaded with wide receivers. Teams will just go, fine, we'll draft someone in the 3rd round. Not an issue. But fair play to Chris Greer for sticking to his guns. And when the Dolphins get a 3rd round pick for Devontae Parker, everyone will be like, Chris Greer's done it again, because the chances are he's probably worth like a 5th at this point.
3rd round pick, bro. If Chris Greer pulls off a 3rd round pick, hey, I need to start seeing the apology tour. I need to see it on Twitter. I need to see apology tour on Twitter for Chris Greer if he pulls off a 3rd round pick for Devontae Parker. What were you saying about Dieter? Because I know, but if you, I forget how the quote goes exactly, but he said, we've been getting calls on Dieter and Parker, and I expect Dieter to be on the team. I expect Parker to be on the team too, but we're fielding calls for Parker.
Yeah,
like it was almost like, we're not getting rid of Dieter, but if you really want Parker, I'll talk to you.
So I think there's been a lot of people who have expected the Dolphins to make 1 or 2, splashes in free agency. Chris Greer said that they're not going to after Tyrann Mathieu, which is, I guess, only by the time you listen to this. If you haven't heard that, the Dolphins are not getting Tyrann Mathieu. JC Tretter is someone who doesn't have a team right now. A lot of Dolphins fans want him in Miami, but it turns out he played extremely hurt last year, to the point where he didn't even train. He basically suited up on a Sunday, played and then spend the rest of the week recovering. And I think it's a matter of that's probably why he's still a free agent right now. Teams are kind of going, well, you kind of got away with it last year, but if you bring in the building and you break down, then it's kind of a waste. So the Dolphins aren't going to move on from the starting center without having a replacement in the building. And JC Tretter as a replacement sounds like he could go down at any moment. Now, don't get me wrong. It sounds like he's going to play through injuries. But I don't think the Dolphins want to take that chance of bringing someone in who, isn't so much a ticking time bomb, but he's basically hurt. So I think with Michael Dieter, it's more a matter of he's our starting center. We don't have a replacement so much in the building. And until draft night, we probably won't get rid of him. And even if they do draft a center, it's going to be looking like what the third? No, do we have a third round pick?
Yeah, we do have a third round.
Yeah,
it's
so it's like
third round compensatory pick, so it's at the end of the third round. In essence, it's like an early fourth round.
Exactly. So the Dolphins are probably just sitting there going, we can't risk losing out, because the Dolphins have done an amazing job of heading into the 2022 draft, basically having filled up all their holes, outside of right tackle and center. But center isn't as much of a glaring need as right tackle. So why would you trade away a center and then go into the draft knowing 100 million% you need to come out of it with a center and a right tackle? There's no point. So again, listen, if someone comes and offers a second for Michael Dieter, I think you take it, and teams kind of know you're going to take a center in the second round or whenever. But right now, I don't see any value in trading away Michael Dieter.
Probably don't see any value in trading away Xavien Howard either. I've been trying to get this man out of the paint for like 3 years, and Joe Shad reports that Greer said he's looking forward to having him this season. So he deleted everything off his Instagram, and I've been meaning to bring that up forever, but then the Tyreek Hill news happened. So what do you make of X deleting everything off of his Instagram?
I think it's a move by NFL players which doesn't really mean anything anymore. Didn't Kyler Murray delete everything off his Instagram and he ain't going nowhere, or doesn't look like he's going anywhere? I think people have noted that Chris Greer's comments last year when they restructured Xavien Howard's deal was basically, we've moved things around, but he probably, but we'll talk next year about, giving him a new deal. And it sounds like basically the Dolphins want to do right by Xavien Howard. There's obviously two sides to that argument, whether the Dolphins should cash in on Xavien Howard now, because his value probably wasn't. His value will probably never be higher than it was last year. Even after another great year in terms of interceptions, it's probably not going to, you're not going to get the first and second you could have commanded last year. This goes back to admitting privately, at least, the Noah Igbinoghene pick was a monumental failure. I genuinely believe if Noah Igbinoghene had shown more promise in the past 2 seasons, they probably would have not happily walked away from Xavien Howard, but would have been comfortable walking away from Xavien Howard, knowing that in Noah they've got a potential replacement. I think right now they know that Noah's just nowhere near ready to replace Xavien Howard. They don't have that first round pick to go and get Derek Stingley Jr. You're not going to move up to go and get Derek Stingley Jr. So again, it's unless the Dolphins can get a first round minimum for Xavien Howard, the plan will be to give him a new contract. The interesting thing will be the way Chris Greer draws up contracts. I can imagine Tyreek Hill just saying, no, I'm not having that. Simply because the contract will be structured in a way where, in 2 years the Dolphins can move on from him, or there'll be no money left, and he'll be like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be here in 2 years worrying that you guys are going to cut me for no reason. So yeah, I think it's one of those things where it'll probably go through the draft. Xavien Howard not getting a new contract. It'll probably got to start training camp again, where He's holding out a bit, but I'm more confident than last year that he'll get a new contract this year.
I want to be very clear. Noah Igbinoghene in the first round was supposed to replace Xavien Howard.
100%.
And they blew it, and it didn't work. And now ever since that is when the train went off the tracks. Because then you had to do certain moves again. You had to pay X more. You had that money that you would have taken off the books of X contract to allocate the new resources for the O-line, never got there. Then the O-line was tragic. So because you missed on Noah, you had to continue to have X on the books. And it was just catastrophe. It was catastrophic. So now that we have a window and we have 2 all-pro corners, we have 2 all-pro receivers, we have a decent O-line now, above average, I would say. You got to shoot your shot, bro. You got to make it to the dance. Once you get into the dance, anything can happen. So, yeah, I think I would love to trade Xavien Howard, but I don't know, bro. I don't know if it happens this year or not. I think him crying on social media with deleting posts and stuff, bro, I'm over it, bro. Like I'm at a point. It's like a breakup. It's like, all right, go ahead. You can leave this time. I'm not chasing you out the door this time. Just go ahead. Just leave.
Can I just say, I said Noah being drafted in the first round was a monumental failure. He, in the nicest way possible, he was never a first round talent. He just wasn't. And that's not his fault. It's not his fault the Dolphins took him in the first round. It's obviously when we released Jesse Davis and he's now been re-signed by the Vikings, and people kind of took to social media to basically, talk negatively about him. And you can, as a disgruntled fan, you can understand it, but at the same time, it's like what we said when we said that he'd been cut. He's a perfectly serviceable guard, 100%, just not an NFL tackle. And again, that's not his fault. Like, I'm not an NFL tackle, not at all. If the Dolphins called me right now and said, "Kadeem, play tackle next season," I'm like, yeah, fair enough. I'm not going to turn it down. I will apologize.
Back to the argument where it's the coach's fault, and you said no, it's Jesse Davis' fault. That's gonna be a conversation forever.
Of course, yeah. And don't get me wrong, I still believe that there's personal responsibility. He's not an NFL tackle, but it doesn't mean you got to be.
The coach put him there. That's the coach's fault.
Yeah. Oh, what? 100%. And again,
you was putting it on him.
Oh God, yeah. Because again, at the same time, have some personal pride, dude. Like,
nah, bro, it don't work like that, bro. So you're supposed to have pride if you take that contract. Then, like, hey, Kadeem, you keep getting beat. You're not an NFL tackle. Have some pride.
100%. Yeah, I'll work hard to be the best NFL tackle that I can be. If I'm dog doo-doo at it, if I'm dog doo-doo at my job, and that's my fault because I'm bad at my job. I'm not getting into this again. I'm just not. But at the same time, the point I was making with Noah was more so just to say, the pick was awful. It's not his fault. He was a first round pick, and and again, perhaps he takes a massive third year leap. Massive. I don't think it'll be good enough to be a. I don't say NFL stars. I don't think it'll be good enough to get to levels of X and Byron Jones, but I think at this point, if you can just have him on the field, that's the thing. Like this whole him not even making to the field, it just makes the pick even worse.
Bro, Justin Coleman's not here no more. Nick Needham is on a tender. Bro, it would be game changing if Noah showed up just a little bit, not even a lot. If Noah just showed up and was a thing, like, oh, who's this guy out here on the field? Who's number 6? Oh, that's Noah, bruh. If he showed up just a little bit, it would be massive, mate. Massive. Like you don't because we need help in the slot. So yeah, man. How about you making new overtime rules?
It's playoffs only, so playoffs only for now. I can understand the frustration if you get knocked out of the playoffs or lose a Super Bowl because you didn't get the ball in overtime. And my argument is, yeah, you had the whole 60 minutes beforehand to make a difference. Like, it's not like, the game starts, you get the ball to touchdown and game over. Like, that's not how it works. You've had 60 minutes, 4 quarters, multiple plays, multiple drives to win the game. And again, it's not like in overtime when the Chiefs get the ball against the Bills, it's the Chiefs playing against no one. The defense is on the field. Like, I get it. It's harsh that Josh Allen never got the ball back, but the defense could have made a play to get him the ball back. I'm sure that's what I make of the rules. I guess it makes things fair, but then what will happen is, say you use the Chiefs and the Bulls again, so the Chiefs drive down the field and score, and then the Bulls drive down the field and score. And the Chiefs drive back down the field and score, and the Chiefs win. And then we'll be like, "Well, Josh Allen didn't get another chance." Like, dude, how many chances do you want? At some point, the defense has to make a play, 100%. Be it the first time they get the ball or the second time. Yeah. What I make of it, defense make a stop. Put it that way. Invest in your defense so that if it goes to overtime, they can get the ball back.
Hey, you got that tweet of the emojis that was on Twitter. Everybody has their own emoji. While you pull it up, I'll tell you what I think about overtime rules. I got a quote, bro. Defense gets paid too. That's my quote. Defense gets paid too. So whether it's an offensive, offensive league, I guess, but nah, man, defense get paid too. Stop somebody. Go stop somebody. Because now with these overtime rules, I want to go on defense first anyway. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, man, y'all got to stop somebody. We don't got to keep changing the rules up like this. But hey, so when you seen the tweet, and for everyone listening, oh, you know what? Yeah. So for everyone listening, there's a tweet that the Miami Dolphins official Miami Dolphins account put out, and it has a whole bunch of emojis. It has 6 emojis, and if you're listening to the audio version, we got it up on YouTube now. Check it out. At Go Time Dolphins, share, like, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. And it has 6 emojis up there. It has a penguin, it has a snowman, it has an emoji with the zipper across his face, like silence. It has the letter X, like bam, X, and then it has a cat. It's a cat family. Whether it's a cheetah, leopard, or a jaguar, it's that. And then it has a die, 1/2 of a dice. So it's basically dice. When you seen this, Kadeem, did you automatically know which one was which?
Yeah, the only one that kind of stumbled me was number 3. That was the only one. But to me, like 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 are ridiculously easy.
No brainer.
That's just like you see it, it's like really easy. The only did you see Javon Holland's friend of the podcast, Javon Holland's response to it?
I seen that, bro. Man, Javon Holland got a tweet. You pulling it up?
Yeah, I'm getting it now.
Bro, Javon Holland. So, obviously, for the record, the penguin is Jalen Waddle. The snowman is Javon Holland. Number 3, the smiley face with the zipper across his face is Mike Gesicki, apparently. The X is Xavien Howard. The cheetah is Tyreek Hill. And the dice is Emmanuel Ogbah because of his dance. He has a celebration. he rolls the dice and he jumps up and does the little celebration. Xavien Howard, however, someone tried to comment on the emojis and said he put his answers up, but this man spelled Xavien Howard in the craziest way you would ever see the name Javon ever spelled. And Xavien Howard responded, "Look how this human spelled my name," and with 3 dead emojis. He said, "Good God, man!" And the guy spelled it, or the person spelled it, Javelpn.
Javelin.
Devlin. Howard.
I'm someone who gets the name spelled incorrectly a lot. Kadeen, Kadiem, Kadim. Like, I'm like, whatever. But like, how do you? I'm bring up again. How do you spell Javon that badly? How do you get like LP in Javon? Like,
hey,
I'm putting that on the keyboard. Jevon. To get Jave, like E isn't even there. O, so you've messed up there. Like, it's JA as well. I understand. I understand from the start. You're going JA into the JE, kind of close is what it is. You got the V, but to then go E, which isn't near the O, and then L. Like, nah, dude must be drunk or fair play. Defend the podcast on Holland.
I'd never won the spelling bee. Well, actually, I think I have won the spelling bee before, but I wasn't. Yeah, I did. I think I won the spelling bee.
So quickly, we don't have spelling bees in the UK, but I love them. I will literally on YouTube watch spelling bees. Comes to like the word that they ask them to spell. No one ever uses those words. No one ever uses those words. So you've got this 8-year-old kid knowing how to spell a word which I have never heard of. It's like, can you use it in a sentence? And I'm like really? Like, you know, in a sentence as well, dude. Whatever you guys smoke in the States, like your Popeye's chicken, your McDonald's, the food you eat must come with like a dictionary. Like, do you have Happy Meals and
Happy Meals? We got Happy Meals.
Instead of toys, you get like books and dictionaries. You must have that. Like, some of the words they ask, nah.
Yeah. Listen. So, the reason I brought it up is because I'm not poking fun at dude. Because we are kind of poking fun at, but I'm gonna tell you why it's okay to poke fun at this. Because I believe he genuinely just fat fingered a whole bunch of I just believe he didn't proofread it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he really tried to spell it like that. I don't think he was like, I don't know how to spell Javon. Let me spell it my own way. Because if that's the case, we're gonna have to take some classes together, bro. Like, shout me out, and we'll get you right for real. But I think he just fat fingered a couple things, and it was funny. So while we was talking about these emojis, by the way, I think Mike Gesicki emoji. Someone said this on Twitter, and I thought it was dope. We should run with that. Mike Gesicki.
You said dope. That was the perfect opportunity to say spot on.
I know. I felt like I used it so much that I wanted to twist it up a little bit. I wanted to mix it up. So I really was. I was going there. So someone on Twitter. I wish I could. When bonus time comes up, I'll shoot you. I'll shout your name out, bro. But he said Mike Gesicki should be the giraffe. The emoji should be the giraffe. Is that not spot on, bro?
I saw someone say that. I don't know if they quote tweeted it or whether it was a thing. Yeah, I 100% saw someone say HP the giraffe, and yeah, someone said there's one for Coach McDaniel, which is basically the emoji with the glasses. I was like, yeah, fair enough.
I like that too. I like it.
Yeah. Ogba's got the 2 die. People are kind of, oh, dude.
Hey, hold on. You know, before you say it, because I don't want to. Hey, you might spoil what I'm about to say. So Mike Gesicki should be the giraffe. Coach McDaniel should be the nerd emoji with the glasses. Parker should be the bandage emoji with the headband is like he's always injured.
I won't go in there. I won't go in there.
What you got?
So I'm going to share this. So this is from Dolphins, Southern New England. Got to share it. 2 secs.
Oh,
the Bridgewater one. I love the Bridgewater one.
Oh, hey, yo, we're gonna retweet this. Yo, oh my good. Hey, this man snap.
Dude, that is amazing.
Dolphins, shout out to Dolphins, Southern New England, bro. Dolphins, Southern New England. Y'all got to see this tweet. So we just mentioned how we got all these emojis for the names and stuff. And Marcos Vieira was the one. Marcos Vieira NFL was the guy who said Mike Gesicki should be the giraffe. Pull that back up, Kadeem. So what is it? Dolphins, Southern New England?
Yeah.
Has Christian Wilkins, and his emoji is a worm. I didn't even know there was a worm emoji. Then they got Teddy, and unlike everyone else, there's one emoji for everyone else. There's one giraffe, one penguin, one snowman, one worm. He has 2 sets of gloves. Teddy gloves. Then there's a bagel for Vince Beagle. Then there's a chef for Jerome Baker. Bacon, you got the baker's hat. And last but not least, there's a Phillips screwdriver for Jalen Phillips. Hey, this man snapped. This man just went off.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
As you say in the UK, he killed it. 100% killed it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm very quick to see if there's anyone else who can like even come close to that. I don't think. Yeah. Oh, this is okay. We'll play this. We'll play this game together. This is at Jason_Sani. He's got 5 emojis. The first one, unicorn. Who is it?
Preston Williams.
Yeah, you took way too long for that. I'm hoping that
No. Go ahead. I got you.
The second one's a pickaxe. Who do you think that could be?
So interesting thing, when there's every Dolphin game, y'all know I'm not really on Twitter like that, but now I want to say past year I do this all the time in the group chat. I have a group chat with my brothers, my friends, my cousins, and the group chat. Every single time the Dolphins have an interception, I put a pickaxe in there, like pick. And if we got another interception in the game, I put 2 pickaxes. And in the games we have 3 picks, I'm throwing 3 pickaxes out there. So I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
pickaxe. But maybe if y'all could comment and tell us who you think in the comments who the pickaxe is for the Miami Dolphins emoji. And then there's an alligator. You know who that is?
No.
I don't know either. I'm just gonna assume it's Raekwon Davis.
Guess so, but like
who the alligator be? I wonder if he gave us the key, the answers in the tweet. Hold on. And then there's a shot glass. It looks like a shot of is that not a shot glass? That is a shot glass, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of.
It's like a shot glass of when you have it in your whiskey. I was about to say a brand name, but yeah, it looked like whiskey or rum. And then there's an island emoji. Oh, the island.
Would that be Byron Jones?
I guess we can give it a Byron. But
the only other thing it could be is if it's former Dolphin players as well.
Well, no, again, Preston is current.
100%, yeah. But before I'm thinking.
You know, I wouldn't mind putting the padlock for Byron Jones, like a lock.
Yeah.
I don't know who. Ain't no island on the team, bro.
Yeah, again, that's what I was like.
Ain't got no islands.
The closest thing you would probably have is either X or Byron Jones. That's what maybe Byron Jones. It could be Eric Rowe perhaps, but again, I wouldn't use that either.
Did he leave us the key? Bro, you can't tweet something like this out and not give us the answers.
I will. Okay, answers in the comments. And I'm not gonna say if you get it right, I'll give you a prize. You can easily go on Twitter and do this. But I will have a look if he gave us a key.
At Jason, how you pronounce the last name? Sarney. At Jason _SARNEY. At Jason Sarney. He's the person who tweeted it. Oh, you know what?
So he's got. So here's someone's response. Preston Williams, we know. Number 2, he had no idea. Number 3, he's got Zach Sealer. Sealer, alligator. No idea. Number 4, Ferguson. Does Ferguson like shots?
Blake Ferguson?
Yeah, does he like shots? I don't know much about the guy.
I know he has a podcast with his brother, I think. And because they're snappers, they're centers.
Yeah, did he just get? I want to say he tweeted that he got like a bottle of whiskey or something recently. Again, that could be why. And the number 5, again, he's got Byron Jones, which is what we would have guessed. There's been no responses to that. So again, leave in the comments. Or we'll tweet it out from the Dolphins account. Respond and see if we can get it right.
Hey, maybe someone else commented on it. Refresh his tweet.
Nope. Nah.
On Jason Sarney tweet?
Yeah,
tweet.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's there. That's what it is. I refreshed it and nothing.
Hey, y'all come on over to bonus time with us. We're gonna talk the slap heard around the world. Y'all stay positive, test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. I got my dog name right this time. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
And by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
Hey, check your post, man. We gotta get that in every up. Check your post. Check your post. Hey, Kadeem, if you had to pick one, would you gotta let whoever you keep, you gotta let the other one go. Are you keeping Xavien Howard or Mike Gesicki? You gotta let the other one go.
I'm going to go with Mike Gesicki. Simply because if I let him go, then I basically prove that the Kadeem curse is a thing. I ain't doing that. So for my own sanity and for not getting ripped on this show and on Twitter, keep it Mike. Plus, I think, and in all honesty, tight end seems to be a really difficult position to draft. Do either one or the other? And again, I get it. Big Mike G can't block, but I just think what he offers you in a pass game, top 10 tight end easily when targeted. Again, I get it. Xavien Howard is a top 5 corner. Finding a replacement is going to be extremely difficult. But I just think X's demeanor and this constant battle we're having in the offseason, I'm like, dude, I'm not dealing with it no more. You either want to be here, you don't want to be here. So yeah, I'm going with X. Sorry, Gesicki.
Yeah, I'm going Gesicki too, easy, hands down. Even though you can't have enough corners, and it'll mean we won't have X. But Gesicki, he still has the best hands on the team. Yeah, man, you said something, and I forgot where I was going with it. Hey, you know what's funny? I'm looking at this. I got this chicken sandwich here, all right, and it has mayonnaise on it. And I was thinking about you. yo, this thing been here for about 24 hours. Kadeem said he'll still smash it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no refrigerator in this room. And it's funny because I was here before and they had refrigerators last time. So now that I came back to this hotel, I'm like, dang, they did me wrong without the refrigerator. So I'm gonna smash this chicken sandwich in honor of Kadeem Simmons saying he would knock it down. So yeah, 100%. Man. Hey, you want to hear something funny? This guy. What you gonna say, bro?
As long as I don't get slapped after for it, like it's all good.
Listen. I used to color coordinate my closet in high school, right? So I had all the dark colors in one side of the closet, and they'll go from dark all the way to light, right? So it would be black, brown, or dark blue, brown, purple, you know what I'm saying? All the way to your orange, yellows, and whites. And I had a gang of clothes in high school, and I probably should have won best dressed superlatives in my high school year, but they got me on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna trip. But
sounds like a tripping to me.
I am a little bit. So how about I used to wear these. Shout out to everybody who knows what hush puppies are. You feel me? I used to wear hush puppies and buffalinos. You know what I'm saying? And I had some purple ones. I was just doing too much in high school. So one day I get to high school. I get to class. I get to school. All right. I get to school and everybody's like, well, not everybody, but someone had pointed out this is a quarter through the day. This is like a third through the day. Someone pointed this out to me. He's like, bro, you got 2 different color shoes on. And I'm like, and I look down, I'm like, nah. It was one of those days where I was rushing to wake up. And I was rushing like, oh, I'll be late for the bus. But I know it like bang, 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 bang. I know what my clothes is like. Like it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I look down and I got a blue shoe and a brown shoe.
Oh, dude, like sometimes, like if it was like black and white or like red and blue, sometimes you get those colors that kind of go, you know what? That's not too bad, but no, that's awful. That's bad. That's bad.
But listen, I'm not lying. I had a blue shoe and a brown shoe, and I'm like, how did I do this? Because I know the shoes are lined up color coordinated as well. But you would think, all right, maybe I would have took like a left shoe and 2 left shoes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I took a brown shoe and a blue shoe. But it worked out. And I told everybody I did it on purpose. I'm gonna tell you how it worked out because I had like one of those, it was like a cream shirt with blue palm trees on it. And I had blue shorts on. So the cream like mixed with the brown and the blue went with the blue palm trees. I pulled that thing off so good, bro. I was like, damn, I can't mess this up ever again. But because they were the same shoes, but different colors. So yeah. I pulled it off, but it was like, yo, this could have been bad. Like, this could have been really bad. Like if it was green and brown or something like that.
So when you say shoes, were they shoes or were they sneakers?
There's dress shoes.
Then no, you couldn't have pulled it off. That's stupid. No,
right.
Listen. If they were trainers / sneakers, yeah. Listen, dress shoes, nah, not at all.
I don't even know if they sell hush puppies anymore. But I'm gonna try to find hush puppies and I'm gonna try to replicate the outfit if I could even find the outfit. If I could put something like that together, I'm telling you, I pulled it off, bro. That's why I got best dressed, like because I could do stuff like that.
Hold on. Is this what you was wearing? Please work. I ain't got time to be not working.
Hush puppy, they're like suede dress shoes.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get a picture.
No. Those are leather. Those are leather. Nah.
But like, this is like the shoe you basically wore.
Absolutely not. Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Okay. Hold on. This might be one. No, this is one of the things where send me what you wore, and I'll post it because yeah, that can't run. Thing is, I remember once when I was at uni, I on purpose wore odd trainers. And my lecturer was just like, Kadeem, you know, you're quite a quirky dress and you can pull a lot of stuff off. This you can't. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. I tried. It didn't work. So that's the only time I've ever worn, you know, I guess the wrong, you know, my trainers didn't match, but that was done on purpose.
You said quirky dresser?
Yeah.
That's what y'all. That's what was quirky. Sound bad, bro. Quirky don't sound
No,
like
just
a
like
good
it's quirky, kind of like fun, vibrant. Like I was always like, you guys have, you probably do have the cartoon Ben 10.
Never heard of it. I just sent you the picture. But no, I never heard of it.
I can't get photos on. I can't put up photos at the moment. Don't forget.
No, it's a site. It's not a picture. It's a link.
But
what is Ben 10 though?
So Ben 10 the cartoon. He's a kid. He's got a watch. And his watch allows him to turn to like 10 different aliens. Hence the Ben 10 thing. So I had a Ben 10 backpack at uni. That's what I wore. Also, so yep, it's not going to work. I can see. To be looking at the photo, it says you do not have access to www.shoemall.com. The site owner may have set restrictions that prevent you from accessing the site.
Oh, probably because it's a US site. Is that possible?
Probably, yeah. Like I can't get a Miami the Miami Sun Sentinel. I can't get it in the UK, which is annoying.
Yo, listen. So hush puppies are so outdated. Like they're extremely outdated. Like I was in high school. That's over 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. But they got some Miami Dolphin colored hush puppies. I'm gonna cop them. I'm bringing them back. I'm bringing them back, bro.
But you want that guy?
These things. Look at this. Miami Dolphin hush puppies. I'm out here, bro. Straight up. Soon as we get off the show, I'm gonna cop them. All right, let's get to it, man. What you make of the Chris Rock, Will Smith?
Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me, yeah.
Hey, please don't cancel my dog, because if you cancel him, you probably cancel our show. Don't cancel my dog, please.
I can see why Will Smith reacted like that. But to me, in the nicest way possible, Will and Jada's relationship has been extremely public over the past few years. Some of the stuff that she said publicly had made Will look like an absolute idiot, in my opinion. Will Smith has been a meme for years because of some of the stuff she said. And I was like, this is when you want to get angry about it. Like, dude, you had a singer I had never even heard of go on national TV and say, yeah, I'm with Jada Pinkett Smith. And I heard radio silence. You had both of them on this red table thing talking about they're in an entanglement, and Will Smith just sitting there like knowing full well he can't do anything because he's, and again, so the rumors are that they've had an open relationship for basically most of their marriage.
Yeah.
That's fair. If that's your relationship, it is what it is. But if they have an open relationship, we've heard nothing about Will Smith's side of it because he's kept it private. Jada hasn't done the same. And a part of it has been because people have spoke out on her behalf, I guess. But like even all the Tupac stuff, dude, the guy, listen, you're the third person in your marriage because of Tupac's not number one. And you got angry because Chris Rock made an ill-formed joke on your wife's behalf. fair enough. The way I see it going down, and because I've seen it, it's happened to me before, and I see it happen all the time. Chris Rock made the joke, G.I. Jane 2, cool. Was like, it's not even a bad one. Watch it back again, because Will Smith laughed. Because Will Smith knows that was a joke. And again, Jada's there like, that ain't funny. And you know she said to him, gone, so what, you're going to beat me like that on national TV? And Will's been like, man, now I'm going to defend your honor. And he's gone up there, slap, and walked away. And I'm sorry, I needed that energy years ago when people were coming out on TV saying doing X, Y, Z to your wife. I needed it then. Go slap August. Big man, go slap August. But you know, don't cancel me.
All right, look, man. I didn't know it was going that deep. But you in the deep water, I'll go in the deep water with you, bro. We ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life. Listen.
We live in this fight another day.
Chill, man. Chill. We not making that a thing. Listen, someone's relationship is their relationship. I don't even know how we got here, but someone's relationship is their relationship. It is what it is. If it's public, it's public. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I have my opinion about, dang, you gonna make this dude look like this on national TV with him and his wife, and like now Will over here holding back tears on TV, and he even asked her, well, how am I doing now? You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, like just cut my legs out from under me. You know what I'm saying? And I know Chris Rock is thinking, yo, y'all swingers, but you decide to swing on me? Like for that joke? Like, that's crazy. I just
Oh my god, I can't believe you went there. I can't believe you went there.
Listen, like that's what we doing. So look, here's my thing, and I'm gonna nip it in the bud because it's Go Time Dolphins, man. I didn't want to go this far. I just thought you were gonna tell me what you thought. I didn't know you was gonna go that far. But I'm gonna be real. Everybody know Chris Rock is one of my favorite comedians. Chris Rock, Seinfeld. It's like 1A, 1B, 1C. And Dave Chappelle. I'm gonna be real with you. It's comedy, and I'm okay with jokes. Whatever. And I don't like beating the butt of jokes either. And whatever jokes you got, I get it. It's a joke. But I'm gonna be real with you. If someone else feels some type of way, you cannot tell someone how to react at all. They are entitled to react however they want to react. And I'm okay with that too, because no one is the same. Not one person is the same. So if someone feels some type of way about a joke, they can feel that type of way because they're entitled to that. Same way you're entitled to tell the joke. And I want to say this with all my heart. I do not condone violence. I love jujitsu, but jujitsu is not violence. It's self-defense. So I do not condone violence. But if Will Smith was to go ahead and slap Chris Rock, like, yo, you were out of line, slap. I don't condone it, but I understand it. Like, all right, I get it, bro. You did this in front of the world, so I'm going to do this in front of the world. And that's how we got there. I think Will was more wrong than what Chris was, though. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, this is what we doing, violence on national TV in front of the whole world and at these people's parties. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, this is where we gonna do this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, that's not how you do that. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, people were saying that he could have reacted. He could have said something privately, and people was responding by saying what he said was public. It's like, yeah, that's fair. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how many comedy shows I've seen where if you're famous in the crowd, they're gonna make a joke about you, and it's probably gonna be a personal one because that's how comedians roll. Will Smith knows that's the way of the world. Did he go too far? Potentially. For Jada it did, and like you said, it is what it is. But I was saying to my parents, I'm sure Will Smith looks back and goes, I should have handled it a different way. He potentially could have gone up there, grabbed him in a headlock and joked and Ken said, too far because of X, Y, and Z. And at the time, I don't even say he was burning because the dude laughed. His initial reaction was to laugh.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think it was all because of her. Like, hey,
Yeah.
she gave him the look, and I'm sure there was some private conversations of our relationship, the privacy of our relationship, and then she looked at him like, "Oh, this is why our relationship is the way it is." You know what I'm saying?
And again, I
Hey,
understand.
what are you doing, bro? Like, this is Go Time Dolphins, bro. What are you doing?
Like,
All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Right out. We already here. Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say that, you know, sometimes something can happen and like it takes a moment to register. So he could have laughed and gone, actually, hold on. No, that's my wife. You took it too far. But again, it's
I'm still looking
Bele.
at chill. I'm still looking at these hush puppies. I'm gonna cop them for real. I'm gonna definitely cop these Go Time Dolphin hush puppies. But Will Smith looked like he got some hands. We should have did this on Go Time MMA.